Alright, here we are again with another one for my boy Floss. This time, let's see what we got here. You got human versus undead, the dreaded human matchup. And once again, Floss makes a crucial mistake by not placing his altar in the right spot as soon as the game starts. I know, I'm already nitpicking your play as soon as you start, but it's very critical. Look at the distance between this altar and this creep camp and right here. It's it's pretty significant. If you place your altar somewhere around here, you should be able to get this camp a lot faster. And all those extra seconds will add up, especially early game. Another thing is, let's talk about the base layout for against undead, right? That's one of the I honestly personally cannot really make up my mind completely about it. You have really two options, right? As a human, you block your base or you don't block your base completely. So sometimes I go by feel. Sometimes I've been playing a whole lot of undead games, just ladder, and I kind of know who I'm gonna play. Well, when I'm playing against somebody, I already probably met them. So a lot of times I go by feel. Sometimes I know that I kind of anticipate what they're gonna do, so I play accordingly. But that's meta. That's kind of cheating. I would say leave at least one space in your base. You say, well, why? He can just walk in and start killing my stuff. You might be able to block him in and maybe force a TP. Not likely. If it's a competent undead player, they're probably not gonna send their hero in. If anything, they might even block you. Like they might leave a in that gap. They might leave a unit to where you cannot build there, so you cannot even block them in. But what will happen is if they do destroy or harass, you will not be able to defend your base efficiently until you make a new path or you TP inside of your base. Then you'll have to kill your way out of you're gonna have to kill your own buildings to get out of your base, and that will waste a lot of your time. You don't want to do that. So I would say leave at least one space, and then if you really feel like you're getting abused, just close it. But just leave one space for your units to go in and out, so they don't get trapped, so you can walk back in if you need to. A lot of times they will send like a bunch of ghouls into your base or skeletons. You have to deal with it. Your hero cannot get in there. You have to sound world mental special angle for it to pop in your inside of your base to help it, and then it can't get out. So just leave one space, so you can at least have some kind of way in and out of your base. Hopefully, don't get punished too hard, but that's that. Let's continue watching. Let's see. So undead most likely gonna get a fast death knight and try to harass you. That's what is gonna happen here. That's what they're looking for. All right, let's see. That looks like a gap that you can leave through. I'm not sure. I should know this. I made this so many. I play so many games. I should know exactly how to position my stuff properly, but I can't exactly. I think you might be able to pass through here with a hero. I can't really tell you, but we'll go. I guess we'll maybe find out soon enough. Anyway. All right. So yeah, pretty standard. Nothing out of ordinary. Oh, another thing. So this may be applicable to Night Elf in the current patches in 1.3, but we'll see. There's new patch coming out soon, like in less than a week. But especially as a new player, and pretty much I guess every undead player, I should do this too. I've been paying the price of being stingy and greedy and lazy, but you gotta get Arcane Tower, right? And you can, I guess undead, you can probably place Arcane Tower like somewhere right here. Let's say if you have peasants right here and right here doing lumber, you place it somewhere where you can kind of defend them against skeletons and still have kind of coverage right here. If a death knight passes through here, he'll get some mana burn. The reason why, you say, well, it's awkward. It's just staying in there. He's going to get killed. Death Knight is not going to try to kill your Arcane Tower, because if he tries to kill that Arcane Tower, he's going to lose all your mana. When he loses all his mana, I say he's useless. He can't do anything to you. He just got auto attack. You can just creep in entire map. He won't be able to do anything unless he brings some units in, and then even then he might not be able to do anything, right? So you want to have as big of a spread around this area to make sure he doesn't even come close to try to call your peasants in this area. Because if he runs in right here, like you have a tower right here, let's say, and he's running through here, he has to go through this tower to drop a coil. Therefore, he's wasting a lot more mana. He's probably going to try to tank with the skeletons. So this is up to you to pay attention to your tower. I would suggest put it on a hotkey. some sort of one, I don't know, whatever group hotkey you want to put it on, so you can instantly go back to it and target on a Death Knight. Just another pointer. You don't have to put it right here. It's up to you. You'll probably, honestly, if you don't build buildings around it at some point, like you can probably like build a tower right here, then maybe add a shop next to it, then make a farm right here. You'll probably be pretty secure for most of the game. But if you build, you know, more inside of your base type of style, a human layout, then it's probably gonna die in the first encounter that you have with your base. So if you're gonna have an encounter. But, you know, that's up to you. At that moment, it might not matter all that much. You just want it for initial protection against Skellies and Death Knight Coil. And it will help you, if you kind of mess up on, if you don't do this fast enough, it will kind of help you here too. For Death Knight not to be able to, you know, creepjack you there freely, because you're going to have to just stay on this side. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and continue watching. Okay, maybe speed up a little bit. Let's see. Archmage, standard. I assume this is going to be Death Knight. Or is it? Maybe he's... Here we go. He was a little late on it. Let's see. Which is gonna... Well, he was super late on it. I'm not sure. Maybe it looks like he went for a Fiend build. No, he did go Ziggurat early. So I think he may have just forgot. He might have just forgot to make his hero. Because I'm pretty sure he was making the Ziggurat early. So he should be able to, as a human player at this point, let's say he went for a Fiend build originally, and he is going to give you a little more time to creep up. So you should be able to get to creep this up. If you scout this, you could probably be a little bit more greedy. If you see that he's going Fiends, you have a little more time, you could probably even go for this camp. It's really up to you. You can probably do it when he's harassing. It depends on your control. I wouldn't suggest doing it. If you're trying to go for expansion, for a new player, I wouldn't suggest doing this. This is quite risky, especially with militia nerf. I don't know if it's going to be worth against the undead. You might get severely creepjacked, and your peasant's going to die. He's going to pick up some units. It might be very bad. So I would suggest doing safe creeping. But this is... Merc Campus kind of becomes essential if you're trying to go for a quick expo. Maybe not... I don't know. I haven't been... I fell out of favor of doing quick expansions this patch, so... I can't really exactly suggest doing it. It's risky. But maybe if you take this, you fortify your expansion, and you can kind of creep this maybe with the system of the towers, you know. Because having some mercs will pad up your unit count and your ability to push back and kind of give yourself some breathing space. But... let's just keep playing and let me keep watching and see where this is gonna go. But essentially, you have two avenues here. You can go fast tier 2 into rifles and second hero. I don't know, maybe Alchemist. I don't know, Mountain King. I don't know, Paladin. But probably Mountain King and maybe Alchemist. And you can do an expansion play. So that's really only two options you get here. You can bring out probably a couple of militia to creep out this faster. To kind of secure this faster. It's really up to you. You took the item as well. Let's see. You just a little bit of harass. Nothing unusual. Let's see. Okay, he's going for tier 2. Okay, I think that's a pretty early lumber mill. It's a pretty early lumber mill. I would probably do, let's see. I think he has three footies. I'd probably try to remain at 4 footies. And try not to lose them at all. Just creep out to level 3. And then get your mountain count. Have 4 footies. Maybe 3 footies. I don't know. I would probably try to keep it at 4. Because just think about it this way. If you lose your footies against undead. And you don't replenish them. When your second hero comes out. You will not be able to creep fast. It's critical for you to creep fast. On your mountain. Because you gotta build up the momentum. This is where you, as a human player, should shine. The fact is that you can creep up a lot faster on tier 2. I'm there probably be able to creep up a lot faster on tier 3 with the Orb and Lich. But at tier 2, you have the power to out creep on there pretty quickly if you know how to do it properly. So this camp and this camp can be dedicated for Mountain King. This, and this will get you level 3. I'm pretty sure this will get you a clean level 3 if Archmage is not present to soak an experience. At this point, if you can use militia on this, you can use militia on this, and you can use militia on this. So, what you want to do, you want to have a bunch of lumber, ready, because you're going to be using heavy militia use. So you're going to have to drop Sanctum, you're going to have to drop a Mountain King, and start making rifles and upgrade. That's going to be a lot of lumber. So you want to be ready for all this. You want to make a bunch of peasants and be ready for this. And you're going to start using your peasants to creep all this stuff. So it's going to take away from your lumber count. So you have to make sure you have enough lumber going into all this. Alright, let's keep watching. No, he's doing okay, I guess. He's doing okay. He picked up a couple of fuchs, you know, a little bit of experience. He has, let's see, one more coral left. I'll probably still stick around and see if I can pick up a creep over here if I was an undead player, but he opted just to go back home. He still has, yeah, he still has. Also, there's really no reason for you to leave until you wasted all your rods and all the coils. You still have, you know, potential to creep jack or do some damage, even if you don't have any coils. You can send 3-4 skeletons into the human's base and try to pick out some peasants. Alright, so level 2. After this should be level 3. If he creeps this, should be level 3. Might want to drop a shop. I think this is a little early. I think this is a little early for all this. I think getting blacksmith this early and doing upgrades this early, I think it's too early, personally. I usually make sure that I do have it. Well, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not as too early. He's coming up on tier 2. Maybe it's slightly early. I don't know. I just start getting upgrades as soon as I get tier 2. That's why I start getting upgrades. I don't usually get upgrades at tier 1 like this. I probably need to patch up on that myself to see how other humans do this. Maybe it's a preference. I don't think it really matters. But you are making rifles pretty early in this game. We'll see if you have any problems. Okay, so you have plenty of lumber. After Mountain Key comes out, you should have supply blocks. It's very critical. Remember, always remember to have supply for your Mountain King. Your Mountain King needs to come out as soon as possible. This is very, very critical. This is probably the most critical thing you can do at tier 2. Even if you're super late on your blacksmith, even if you're late in your Arcane Sanctum, remember that you can power build your Arcane Sanctum, you can power build your blacksmith, you can power build your farm, but it's still those critical seconds that you're lost. So you want to have that supply for your Mountain King. Alright, so I'll probably do 4 foodies and start doing rifles at tier 2, mainly because if you have an engagement and you have rifles and you have no Mountain King, rifles get picked up very easily. Usually second hero kind of secures your rifles, because you don't know what's going to happen. He might come in here with a bunch of ghouls and try to start, you expect certain things, but you never really know for sure. He can't come in here with a bunch of, ghouls and start killing your stuff. Your footies are weak. Rifles run slow. That's not probably going to have an aura. He's going to start picking stuff up. With the Mountain King, he kind of protects your rifles. So that's what I usually do. I usually get 4 footies, maybe 5 footies. Depends on the map, It depends how I'm feeling. And then at tier 2, I start making rifles. And also, rifles are kind of costly too. So at tier 2, I kind of want to have all of that. I want to make sure that what I need is, my Mountain King, my Sanctum, that I do have those things. And I build on it with the rifles and, Okay, so you still don't have a shop, which you probably want to get a shop so you can heal up. Let's see.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay. So you're at level 3. Honestly, I probably wouldn't creep all that much at level 3, since your Mountain King is blocked and you can't really do anything. I guess you kind of stuck creeping with your Archmage. If I was you, or if I was a human player in this scenario, I guess you can only do is the only thing you can do is creep. You're probably not going to be doing this creep camp with your Mountain King. Chances are it's not going to go this far. So I guess you can take this, but it doesn't really. I don't feel like it's going to really do. It's going to give you like a okay item, like it's not going to be game changing item at this point, and it's going to give you a little bit of experience. It's not going to get you level 4, so you really need the Mountain King essentially. At this point, you really need the Mountain King. But what you want to do is kind of maybe scout the Archmage or kind of back him up. Maybe buy, run over to a shop. Maybe his shop. See if he's doing it. Your Mountain King, let's say, is creeping up this camp right here. You drop an elemental for him to tank it. So you do this with militia. Maybe have a couple of rifles, like a rifle. and you have 4 or 5 footies, you send Montikin in, you should be able to creep this fairly easy, no problem. You probably only have to pay attention to it. So you just look at your Archmage, see what he's doing. If he's doing this creep camp, he's doing this creep camp. But this is a little advanced, I feel like. It's probably going to be, it's something you want to maybe think about, but not really, you know, actually do this just yet. If you don't feel confident like multitasking like this, because this is kind of two high impact areas, right? Because if you have your Archmage out of position, he's gonna die. He dies fast, or you're gonna get TP force, which you don't lose TP like this, right? And Mountain King, if you are a little too out of position, don't pay attention to what's going on here, you might be able to lose a few units here as well. So, you know, do what you feel comfortable with, and then build up on it. I try to, you know, be a little bit more proactive on the map when I'm creeping my Mountain King, kind of send Archmage, see what's going on. So, all right. So Mountain King is still nowhere to be seen, and that's not good. What you do have is the fact that Lich is kind of I feel like Lich is kind of behind as well, and he's still level 2. He hasn't really crept up all that much. Okay, so right here, I would not walk this way. If he's scouting, there's a high chance that he might be doing this creep camp at this time. When Lich comes out, a lot of times they do this creep camp right here. If they feel real ballsy, I might even do this. Any good undead will be sending skeletons, kind of scouting this area. And when they see you right here, remember that undead moves a lot faster than you can. Undead has a whole area, so they will move to you a lot faster. And then when they see these juicy units running through right here, pretty close already, he can Nova and just, you know, Coil, just pick up your units. So I would not suggest pathing this way with such a weak and like small army. This is, you know, might be very detrimental to your victory, especially without a Mountain King, right? Mountain King is still not there. And okay, I do this a lot myself. I always forget to get upgrades. Get your range upgrade for your rifles and get your priest dispeller. Remember, just do this. One priest, make one priest Q dispel, and then maybe to make 2 rifles and Q the range a bit. I'm not sure what it's called, long guns or whatever. All right, right here, wouldn't creep this way. You gotta go militia. You don't really have a lot of forces here. He's going, you know, you might be able to do it, but it's not going to be efficient. If you get scouted in this position like this, and he forces a fight, you have a militia to defend your, you know, to boost your forces. So it's kind of risky. I wouldn't. Yeah, like I said, you did it pretty clean. There's really nothing to worry about. You didn't lose anything, which is nice. But now, see what happens. And remember, the militia do creep this faster as well. So now you got your units all weak, and they exactly what I predicted. I think it was just free play. I knew this was gonna. I was expecting this to happen. It would have happened sooner if he was scouting with Scalies. Any good undead will be always counting you with Scalies. Okay, right here, you really need some militia. If you call militia right here, you can really either push him back, or if it doesn't back up, you can actually start killing a lot of units. Without Mountain King, it's kind of hard to kill units because you don't have a lockdown. That's a bad call by him. They just run away from you, and you know you have no actual. Archmage can kind of pick him up. This Archmage is pretty jacked, so he can probably pick up kills maybe if the enemy's control is pretty subpar. But if they're pretty good, you probably with just Archmage and a couple of rifles, you're not gonna kill anything. Even if you have to. Man, I keep freezing up. I'm not sure my computer's freezing up. I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on. I need to fix it. I keep saying I need to fix it, but I never fix it. But yeah, what you need the Mountain King for is to lock down. You start killing a unit. You know he's gonna call it. He's about to get about to die, and he's gonna micro back and throw the bolt. Even if he calls it, it's stunned for quite a while. You can pick it up. You can pick it up. So that's what you're looking for. And right here, I assume you're gonna creep with the Archmage. I keep saying don't do this. Okay, back out the Archmage. Yes, call militia. Archmage still too close. He's gonna get experience. And before he doesn't, but I'm pretty sure he's way too close. Yeah, he's getting this experience. He's not getting this experience. He's not letting Mountain King get to the level that he needs. I'm not sure what this priest doing. He's attacking instead of healing. Call militia. Call. You have playing lumber. You gotta call that militia. Oh, and another thing. At tier 2, when your Mountain King comes out, just rally your Mountain King rather than your Archmage. That way, even when you're pushing into enemy base, if your Archmage is right here and you rally onto your Archmage, your Rifles and Priest can be like right here, just stand around not doing anything. But if you're rather Mountain King when he's in the front lines, they're gonna try to walk towards your Mountain King and engage into a fight more likely. So I would just say rally your Mountain King, and or on your second hero. That will probably help you. See, Mountain King doesn't even get level 2 of this Crypt Camp, which he should get level 2, but he doesn't because Archmage is too close. Which this is a pretty good item. Probably should pass it to Mountain King. And by the way, against Undead, I go level 1 Bolt and level 2 Clap. So I'll max out Clap first. Bolt has been kind of nerfed a lot, and it's good for lockdown, but it's not as good as it used to be for killing actually, like forcing a hero kill or picking up units as well as it was before. Alright, so once again, supply block, just watch out for that. I make this mistake all the time too. It's something you gotta work on, especially for a human, since you get such a low supply. From farms give you the least amount of supply to all of the supply buildings. See, he's kind of doing the same mistake here. I guess it's not that's not that big of a deal, but he was able to pick up a bunch of units and water elementals, and his Lich was able to get level 3 from all of that experience. I'm pretty sure they crept together, so, but he had a lot more uptown Lich than you did in your Mountain King, so that's not that great. He should have taken this camp as well. He should not. This should have been his first camp to take, to be honest. He should have, instead of this Crypt Camp, he should have taken this with the Lich. So this is pretty good camp to have. There's 2 camps. First of all, they're right in the middle. You get access to to a shop, and they drop a big consumable, which can be a game-changing consumable. Greater invo, greater healing, greater mana. I mean, other ones, beast, like a beast scroll of beast and mana sap can be okay too. It's those a little bit more situational. But it's kind of like it's your, if you're on this side of the map, it's kind of your camp right here, right? This is your camp, but it is most like safest camp that your enemy can take away from you, right? The big safest camp right here. So you want to make sure that you grab this as soon as possible so your enemy doesn't, because your enemy, chances are they're not gonna try to take this creep camp right here away from you because it's so close to your base, unless they're feeling real bold, unless they're so far ahead that they can go up all the way to your base and take this creep camp, which is right next to your base. And this one is a little safer too, right, for you, and it's a little bit more safer for them. So these 2 creep camps you might want to postpone on taking. This right here, you want to take this one first, take it away, get the big item, and make sure that your enemy doesn't take it away from you, because like I said, this is the safest creep camp they can take away from you. Okay, another time my computer froze. Alright, let's keep going. Hopefully it doesn't really ruin what I'm trying to do. I'm doing this in one take, so. Okay, so now you're getting sandwiched here. I may have tried to nuke this Augur and try to get a consumable before he would do. I'm not sure. I would probably have to feel it. I don't know, because if he drops a good item too. Oh man, that's a good item for Mountain King. 2 greater mana pots would make a world difference to Clap as well. Okay, Undead making a mistake, doesn't have Invo Pot because he didn't creep this, so he doesn't have Invo Pot. And what a position with Death Knight. Death Knight is a support hero. You don't really have to put him like this into your fight. You can just back him up. Ooh. He should die. He did. Okay, good. I mean, that Death Knight kill is pretty good, but he has a pretty big force. You have greater mana pot, so, and Hellstone, so, and Invo Pot, so. Okay, I think you panic. I'm pretty sure your Mountain King has a bunch of mana. I think he had over 100, like I think 150 mana. I think you panic used your mana. I'm pretty sure. Should be using clap as well. Yeah. If you don't go bash, especially if you have archmage, go clap. Clap is must have right now. Bash is pretty much. Maybe I guess not elf if you go Mountain King first. But clap is essential. So much so that you probably want to max out clap before you max out Stonebolt. You know, if it wasn't for Undead's poor decision making here with his Death Knight, this game probably been already over. But that wasn't too bad for a human here. Let's see. Yeah, Mountain King still needs to be level 3. You still haven't got a shot, by the way. It's nice to have early to heal up to make sure your forces are not weak, so you can creep out with your your Mountain King fast. It's not a bad idea to drop down a farm right here. I pretty much do it every single game. I drop a farm right here. It will never aggro. Don't worry about it. If you build the farm right here during nighttime, it will never draw aggro. So you can have this farm over here with, even if the creep camp is still here, you can have it the entire time without even aggroing. So it gives you like quick. If you need a scout, it gives you that quick scout. Let's speed this up. Honestly, I probably would have tried taking this creep camp. You can drop a seriously game-changing item here.
Research complete.
Let's look at this Sexer rifles. No, they're pretty good upgraded. Pretty good, but also the problem is I think the main problem against human versus undead on one base. The longer game goes on, I feel like the more likely you're gonna lose the game. I go back and forth on my stream arguing with people about this, I feel sometimes. But, you know, they start getting abominations, they get rot, or whatever, disease cloud. You still have rifles, and, you know, they have 3 heroes. The heroes are ranking up, you know. If you know gets a level 3, Cole gets a level 3, your rifles don't really, they don't gain HP as you level up on them, right? They still remain the same HP. You get like you upgrade the armor, but they still have the same amount of life, so they still get nuked so easily. And he has a 3rd hero, which puts it even more time, you know, time of the essence here. So you have 3 heroes against 2 heroes, and you know they scale a lot better at this point. So you want to push your advantage as soon as you can with this rifle build. So, like I said, it's critical to get level 3 of Mountain King, amass that force, get a few upgrades, and push into your enemy base before they can get those levels, before you get under abominations, before, you know, Lich gets level 4 or 5, Dark Ranger gets level 3. It gets so much harder for you to win. It'll probably be pretty much impossible, even if you play a good game. And mind you, Disease Cloud does twice as much damage in this patch as it used to before. And that pretty much kills Priest mana because they be always healing your units all the time. Your units will never be full life. So they always be healing and wasting their mana. You just wanna push adventures, you know, as fast as you can. This is why you gotta get that level 3 Mountain King, and you gotta crap your item too. Yeah. They should really, honestly, Blizzard, please remove this item from this creep camp. This should not be a red item right here. It should be 2. You could put like 5 charges on it and drop it from like a this creep or something. I'd rather they don't, but you know, it's just, you know, it's just a bad item. Imagine getting a Holy Aura, or like Endurance Aura, or like a Brilliance Aura. Those are good items, but Orb is like, you know, you just use it once and you sell it. Or they reduce cooldown might be nice too. Okay, Mountain King. Okay, so, man, this is a stacked Death Knight too. Still has no invo. Should have learned from the first time. Didn't use Invo. Had an Invo on Mountain King. Didn't use it. This fight was actually could have won this fight easily. Probably still can. I would probably buy my Mountain King back. I would go immediately here, buy my Mountain King back, and try to see if I can win the game right now. Because this seems like a winnable game, and you have a lot of money. And you could have used militia as well, by the way. Always use militia. Every fight that you have at your base, unless you have no lumber at all, then okay. But even in this scenario, using militia could have been a good idea anyway. Archmage's out of position, no Invo pot, no healing, nothing. He just tanking everything. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. This was actually a pretty winnable game. Yeah, the hero mistakes are pretty much what you even discounting everything I said about, you know, you hitting that timing perfectly, I guess, Undead as a human with the rifles. You still could have won this game if you had just had the better control of your heroes and dropped the militia to, you know, just put some damage on fiends. Maybe even sandwich them, like, you know, you find right here, just call militia and just run them right here. Just make a wall in here. Just make them path around your militia. Right? If you make them do it, like, they start like walking, they get a funnel right here. So they try to walk. So enemy army is trying to walk through here, and they get funneled, and you can just drop down more hammers and, you know, force, you know, a couple of kills. But, you know, it's just something you gotta work on. Everybody, like, even myself. I make this. I use militia a lot, as much as I can, but sometimes better position. I could work my positioning. And he gets a good item, man. This game is ridiculous every time. I swear to God. And he gets endurance hour, so he has unholy and endurance. His army is about to be going fast. Look at this. Oh my God. That's a very fast abomination. This abomination runs faster than Mountain King. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, when the Mountain King was lost, I think the best thing that could have been done is you run through here, you buy your Mountain King back, and maybe pick up an Invo pot and a healing scroll, and try to intercept them through here. That's probably I think that'd be the best decision here. Just keep the momentum going, because I think you could have taken the fight. That was a winnable fight. All his units were messed up. He didn't have a lot. He didn't have elimination anymore. His death now was low. Yeah, Mountain King probably won't have any mana, but the Archmage has level 2 Brilliance Arrow, so he should have been able to get his at least one bolt pretty quickly. Did he leave that unit? Did he leave that? Oh, he left the rod in here. He could have just picked up with a different hero. I'm not sure why he didn't. Okay, see, oh man, you just trying to kill that Mountain King. I mean, trying to kill that Death Knight so much that you lose your entire army. If he's riding that far and you're taking that much damage, just put your Mountain King on top of his Death Knight, and once, you know, let the Mountain King catch up to him and kill him, rather than your entire army. Man, yeah. Whew. Yeah, that's pretty much over. I assume that's a wrap. That's a late TP right there, my friend. Literally everything was lost, except the Archmage. Everybody's triggered. This Tomy has been sitting here for the entire game. Oh yeah, and your Archmage at this late stage, Destroy just use your Archmage for mana. So yeah, that's another thing that kind of you gotta watch out for. You say, well, you get Blizzard, but you know, Blizzard against Fiends is not the greatest. I mean, it can work, definitely, but they move fast and they already have reduced damage from Blizzard, and I don't know. It's possible. I see a Sock go like, you know, Blizzard, and he used to, and Panda, but Panda been nerfed, so I haven't really seen him do that recently. Oh yeah, this expansion will never go up. Oh well, it will never be worth the value at least. Oh, you still have this card game? Oh man. Oh man, look at this magic game. Well, he did try to kill this time. He did try to kill Deathman, but he couldn't quite make it there.
Our town is under siege. The wall line has collapsed.
Okay, so let me pop this replay for a second again. Yeah, sort of, kind of. I talked about it in the other video. It's positioning of your altar, creeping up better, getting 3/3 on your heroes. If you go at this assuming you go on one base, rifle build. Still, even getting it still applies to expansion, but it's a little different with timings. But yeah, you still want to creep up as fast as you can when you go to expansion, right? So always on the side of the creep camp. So make sure to creep this. When your mountain king comes out, militia creep this, militia creep this, and militia creep this. This is going to be the safest creep camp you could probably creep with your militia. So you might want to leave it for a second or a third with your mountain king. The archmage, just get level 3 as soon as possible. Get a tower so you don't get skeleton harassed, which didn't happen this game, but I guarantee you will happen. I guess the better opponent, this will happen. You'll get excessively skeleton harassed. So you want to get a tower. Me included. And let's see what else. Yeah, 3/3. Get the items, get the consumable from this. Maybe even if you go in this way, if you try to go in, you know, if you're trying to go in this way and, you know, attack him, you see this creep camp intact, you should have a decent enough force to creep this real fast. It might be worth to creep him with both your Archmage and Mountain King. Chances are that's not going to happen. This creep camp probably going to be gone before you make your big push here. And yeah, that's pretty much what I would have to say about this game. It's very reminiscent of the last game that I watched. It's just the different races. Just a little bit of different timings, but it's still very similar. A lot of this stuff carries over. It's just you adjust a few things. Yeah, and yeah, I think that's all I have to say about this. Just work on your creeping patterns. Just make it smooth. Know what you're doing. Use militia. Don't be afraid. Even if you lose couple, it's worth it. If you lose 2-3 militia and you get your mountain king to level 3 fast, it's worth it. Well worth it. And that's it. That's a wrap.